there is an important message your angels have for you regarding your romantic life. And I feel like sometimes we focus a lot on predictions, but in here is like what you're meant to be looking into your next partners, what qualities, what is something you need to prioritize about yourself and make sure that this future partner is actually supporting that, okay, about you. Because sometimes we look for the wrong things or things that they're not bad, it's just that they're not going to help with our process or for us to build the right dynamic. And so the first thing that your angels were saying were boundaries. The next person, like, you should be looking for someone that respects your boundaries. So the thing is, sometimes we give a bit more credit to other things like height. I want someone who has black hair or who's tan or who's, things that is this really going to help us create a successful relationship, a healthy dynamic. So here I really am focusing on healthy dynamic for you, something that will be good for your next relationship to have. So boundaries is the first thing. You need someone who can respect your boundaries. And I understand that different dynamics are attractive to different people. And some people are looking for someone that is constantly checking on them, that may not respect boundaries. But in this case, you do need to look for someone that if you say that you need space or that you need time, that person will be respecting that, is not going to try to insist over and over and over again to come over to your place when you have already said no. And I know that sometimes we romanticize that kind of behavior, but your angels know best when it comes to what is good for your nervous system, what is good for the kind of dynamic, beautiful dynamic that you want to build in your life. And definitely, boundaries is a big thing. Someone who also is not constantly testing your boundaries. So, if you have said no to something, then that person not to keep trying to change your mind over and over and over again. Another thing that your angels are saying about something that needs to be worked on for your next relationship, it's this whole thing of we all have childhood trauma, and it doesn't have to be like a violent childhood trauma. It's just, oh, I was never, like, my parents never picked me, they always picked my sibling, or things like that. And you're making your partner's job to be that parent for you without, like, you're not self-aware that you're doing this, but because, let's say, your dad never picked you, or your mom never picked you first, or your mom never cooked a home meal because she was really busy working, you're now projecting those needs on your partner. And your angels are saying you need to self-parent yourself. Your inner child needs that love from you to heal, not from your partner. So it's like, if you're asking, like, if you're like, oh, my dad was never home and he never cooked a meal for me, so now you feel like if your partner truly loves you, he's gonna cook a meal for you. And I'm not saying that a cooked meal is not yummy and nice to have, but you're projecting your needs of your childhood, of your inner child, onto your partner. And the thing is, you're gonna, in a way, you're expecting your partner to be that parent that's going to be healing your inner child, and that's not your partner's job. And that's something you need to take into account, okay? So what should they also be looking, other than those two things that I just mentioned? There's the Death card, transformation. Okay, so here there is a lot of messages when it comes to death, into the next person. So you need to be looking for someone that is not scared of going deep, okay? Whether you are already someone who goes deep, or maybe you always like to stay on the surface of things, the best thing for you, the best partner for you at this moment in your life is someone that has the Scorpio energy, someone who thinks deep, and look past a lot of things and is capable of seeing what other people are not seeing. Like a Scorpio energy is capable to read the room very quickly, and even if someone is saying like, oh, I'm fine, they can tell right away like, no, this person is not fine. They see intentions right away. So someone who has strong Scorpio energy, you don't have to be telling her or him like, yeah, my aunt or my dad or my friend, just be careful about this. You don't need even to tell them because they know, like they can see it right away. And so I just feel like also this person, like the person that you one of the qualities that this person also has to have has to do with change, transformation. So this person should be willing to change. Is not someone who should feel fixed about things and like feel like things don't have to ever change because change is bad. You know how sometimes some people are like, why cannot we stay the same? Like things were working out fine. And I feel like because of where you are at life, God knows that there's a lot of changes coming your way, that could impact your finances, that could impact, and when any aspect of our lives are impacted, we grow. We are also impacted and we go deep and we have this whole transformation. Our personality transforms. And so this person has to be willing to change with you, to grow with you. So that's another thing that maybe you have been overlooking. Like, has this person changed at all in the past couple of years? If the answer is no, probably this person is really happy and okay with the way things are, and maybe he or she stays more on the surface level, and that's fine. That's his version of happiness. But you do need someone much more deep, someone more intuitive as well, someone who sees the darkness of the world and doesn't feel overwhelmed by it. Not someone who just thinks that everything is fine in this world, that is super like funny and optimistic. No, Scorpio energy is heavy, but with this energy is definitely light Scorpio energy. So someone who can see the darkness in people and not judge, okay? Someone as well, I feel like with the keyword release and letting go, it's someone who can give you your space. Okay, someone who also Scorpio energy, I just want to say it's such a loyal energy. Like Scorpio are one of the most loyal people, and so I feel like you need someone who can trust you, that you can trust as well, that he or she will be loyal and that can give you that freedom of being. Okay, Scorpio energy, when it has been developed into the light, tends to allow people to just be who they are because they want to be allowed to be who they are. Okay, Four of Swords, relax, chill person. Okay, Four of Swords. That already, like I said, is someone who's not gonna be on you all the time. Someone who is not also like all about like fast life. Maybe you feel attracted to those people that are very ambitious. Scorpio energy is very ambitious, but ambitious to be happy, to be successful. And success doesn't mean rich, doesn't mean being the most powerful person in the room, okay? So I feel like this person that you should be looking for could be ambitious, but I just feel like he or she's not the usual person that wants to work at a corporation and get to the top unless it's his passion or her passion. I feel like this person has such a like she or he knows how to relax. She knows how to take like a chill day, to pamper themselves, to go on vacation and actually enjoy it, to actually disconnect from their phone. Okay, so this is not at all with this Scorpio energy. And the Four of Swords is definitely not someone who is on their phone 24/7. That said as well, I feel like because they're more chill, And their way of relaxing is more about like doing nothing. I feel like this person must be like very laid back. Okay. So, Three of Swords with the Two of Wands. This is like what you should be looking on the next person for this person to be the right partner for you is you should be looking for someone who does not have, like, who's not, it's not that it's not afraid, but can see past their fear and take risk. Okay, with the Three of Swords as the first card, and then Two of Wands following it, it's all about someone who, even when they're sad, they're capable of making decisions. They're not gonna shut down. Maybe you have been with a lot of people that tends to shut down, or they stay in that sadness for way too long and could be even depressed at times, and you have to be dealing with that. Maybe you're also like dealing with a lot of people that have a lot of sadness or traumas and they haven't actually moved on from those. And the answer your angels are giving you is like, you don't have to look for people that have had perfect childhoods, because I feel like there's something in you that connects with darkness. And so this person that you should be looking for is someone who, yes, has that darkness. I mean, already with the Scorpio energy, that could have gone through grief, loss, and yet he or she's not scared of moving on, of making decisions. Like they don't shut down because of sadness. And with the Six of Wands, this is someone who is confident. This is someone who is successful, right? I feel like if they need to tell you to be looking for that, maybe you don't feel like sometimes you deserve someone who's successful, someone who's doing well. And this has nothing to do with finances, okay? With the Six of Wands, this has to do with them being successful at something that they're passionate about, or someone who follows their gut feeling, someone who follows their purpose. So pretty much they're saying, be with someone who you know they're happy with what they have chosen to do. Be with someone who you can tell he or she is on purpose, like she is on her path. Of course, I understand we never know 100% if we are on the right path, but you can tell when someone is being authentic. You can tell when someone is being authentic versus when someone is following the rules and just doing things so they get recognition from others. And the Six of Wands are usually people that do end up getting recognition from others, but by being themselves. And yeah, so that is your reading. This is the energy they're giving me. This is what you need to look for, love, when it comes to your person. Also, do remember, this is a general channel message. So if you feel that your romantic life is worth it, like it's worth the investment and it's something important to you, and it's also like you're at a time in your life where you feel like you're open to hear what your angels have to say about your love life. And I'm not talking about predictions, I'm really talking about like doing the work of understanding where you're at alive, your energy, what kind of people are you attracting right now, what advice they give you, and also what to be looking for in the person that is meant for you, that is meant to support you on your path. Go to tarotbyfernanda.com and we're gonna get you a reading, okay? I'll see you in the next channel message.